We are so thankful for God's majority obedience and support Canadian farmers and safety.
When consumers see the raised rank in the government, they can know that that chicken was raised in a healthy, safe environment.
Happy birds are healthy birds, and healthy birds provide a healthy food source for all communities.
Good afternoon and welcome to Doc Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Centre in Vancouver, Canada, host of the 2023 Skate Canada International. The Skate Canada Organizing Committee is honored to present this event in partnership with the International Skating Union. In just a few moments, we will start the pairs free skating.
Bonjour et bienvenue au Doc Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Centre à Vancouver, Canada, hôte des Internationaux Patinage Canada 2023. Le comité d'organisation de Patinage Canada est honoré de présenter cet événement en partenariat avec l'Union internationale de patinage. Dans quelques instants, nous commencerons le programme libre en patinage en cours.
We would like to remind you that flash photography, as well as video recording and filming, is forbidden. Gifts and flowers offered to the skaters at the end of their performance must be completely wrapped. We thank you very much for your cooperation. The officials for this event, representing the International Skating Union, please welcome the referee,
Les officiels pour cette épreuve, représentant l'Union internationale de patinage, veuillez accueillir l'arbitre Katarina Henriksen.
the judges,
Les juges. Judge number 1 for Lithuania, Lemuta Korskela.
Welcome back to Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada for the second stop on the International Skating Union's Grand Prix Series. Day 2 of competition in the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Centre. Having already witnessed the winners in the ice dance competition and in the women's event. So we see some scenes from this spectacular city, Vancouver, the host city for the 2010 Winter Olympics. And now the host for the 49th Skate Canada International Competition. It has been a part of the ISU's Grand Prix Series since the series began back in 1995. We see some scenes from this beautiful city. And now the fabulous montage created by Skate Canada of many of the participants in the event. Star Andrews, the first to be seen. Now a look back inside the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Centre, home to Skate Canada, home also to the Thunderbirds ice hockey, the men's and women's teams, and it's the practice facility for the NHL team, the Vancouver Canucks. It's doubles up as a concert venue too for the likes of Lewis Capaldi, and we've heard Lewis Capaldi's music played already in the ice dance competition. Now we see the starting order for the pairs event. The final team taking to the ice, Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps. Last year at Skate Canada, the winners of the pairs competition went on to win the world title. Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara, champions in Saitama, Japan. They had to pull out of their first Grand Prix assignment. They are scheduled to compete at the NHK Trophy in Osaka at the end of November. As we look at the judges, and they're the technical panel. Pressure and responsibility upon the 9 judges, the referee, and the 3 members of the technical panel for the elements and components of the 8 teams competing in the pairs discipline. And it will be Laetitia Rocher and Louis Schuster who take to the ice first and will be introduced to the audience.
From Germany, Laetitia Rocha, Louis Schuster. From Canada, Kylian Lobin and Luca Etier. From the Netherlands, Maria Danilova, Michelle Siva. From Canada, Brooke McIntosh and Benjamin Lima. Skaters, you have 6 minutes for your warm-up.
You can see just 300ths of a point separate the Dutch and first Canadian team to compete, Kelly-Anne Lorraine and Lucas Etier. So lots to play for in terms of final standings with this free skate. Laetitia Rocher, Louis Schuster, 52.07 points in their short program, but they said they had much more fun in the short compared to previous competitions, wanting to show that they are still viable and still competitive internationally following the injuries that plagued them in the off-season. Who's still struggling with the knee injury, but slowly it's getting better.
Training in Rosemère, Quebec.
And now to Kelly-Anne Lorraine and Lucas Etier.
2020 in Augusta. Luca is a firefighter and Kellyanne.
Cameramen are fighting to try and find them as they prepare using this warm-up for their solo elements.
Kellyanne Loma and Luca Etier. Silver medalists at the Bavarian Open 2023 in Augusta.
And now to Daria Danilova and Mikhail Shiba. Said that they skated around 80% in the short program of what they can do in training, aiming of course to show 100%, but so challenging to replicate under the stress and pressure of performance on this stage. Thanks to Golden Skate for giving us the interviews after their short program. Confirmation there that they decided to change only one program this season. So we look now to Brooke McIntosh and partner Benjamin Mimar. Benjamin, a fan of ice hockey, a fan of the Montreal Canadiens, and Brooke, Formula One fan. Although it plays no part in the judges' impression, some impressive costumes for the second Canadian team to compete. Nice to see the smile shared between Daria and Mikhail as they skate past camera. 11 elements in the pairs free skate in 4 minutes for all of the teams competing. You can skate 4 minutes plus or minus 10 seconds. The challenge to be getting both the best of levels and the best of grades of execution on the elements, but also interspersing it with sufficient choreography and skating skills to push the second mark higher. As is so often the case, it will be the 2 throw jumps and the side-by-side jumping passes which dictate so much of the result. Last week in Skate America, it was Annika Huck and Robert Kunkel from Germany who were triumphant, winning their first Grand Prix. Not too far behind were another Canadian team, Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud, the 3 American teams. And next week we will see Sara Conti and Nicola Macci, the Italian team. He won bronze at the World Championships in Saitama. I'm sure they will be having aspirations of turning the first medal at the World Championships for an Italian pair team into a different color when it comes to competing in Montreal, Canada, in March.
Il reste 1 minute à la période d'échauffement.
Although as this event progresses, pretty sure that the host nation for World Championships will be really hoping it's Diana and Maxime who come away with the title. But Miura and Kihara, the reigning world champions, I'm sure will have something to say about that. We wish them continued and speedy recovery on a route back from injury. And sincere hopes that they will be able to compete in their second assignment in Osaka, Japan, when they are scheduled to compete in 4 weeks' time.
Skaters, the warm-up time has ended. Please leave the ice. Thank you.
La période d'échauffement est terminée. Veuillez s'il vous plaît quitter la glace. Merci.
And that concludes the warm-up. 6 minutes complete, and now anxious times for the teams who have to wait their turn for the physically demanding free skate.
Please welcome the first competitors.
Veuillez accueillir les premiers concurrents.
Representing Germany, Leticia Rascher and Louis Schuster.
The German silver medalist at national championship last year, Leticia Rascher and Louis Schuster. And they will skate to music from the Game of Thrones soundtrack, opening, as most do, with the triple twist lift. A solid start for the German team. Good elevation, but a two-footed landing on throw triple loop. struggling with the side-by-side jumping passes, going for relative simplicity as they return from injury. Solid in the carry feature for the first of the lifts. Landing the triple salto, Leticia in the throw. And now just the final two lifts, the last elements of their free skate. Just thinking on the final lift for Lewis, just about the knee injury that I know that he's struggling with and how that must impact him on takeoff for the lifts.
From Germany, Letizia
Whether that had an implication
Schuster.
in the mistake on the final lift or whether or not it's just sheer exhaustion because of the physicality of the pair's free skate. And good to see Letizia giving a connection to Lewis. He looks eager to look at her there after that salvage job on the third and final lift, but now recognizing the chance to absorb the moment and thank the audience. They did say how much more fun they had in their short program than at previous events, and they want to return to the form that they had last season. Good height and elevation on the triple twist, which actually is probably the best element of all 11 for the German team. As we look at the first of the two throws, the loop, look at the two-footed touchdown. And just double toe, Euler, double salto, a low base value, but not the creative execution that they will, I'm sure, showcase later as the season progresses there. One of the features, difficult variation of the woman, and there the difficult carry feature for one of the lifts. Just look to see now the left foot as to whether or not it touches the ice. A little bit. Now the implications of that clearly defined for the judges as to the reduction of errors. There's a chart for that. Oh, well done. Leaving what could have been something much worse in the Group 5 axel lift. Landing on 2 feet has a mandatory -3 to -4 grade of execution impact. How many of the judges will have deemed the scraping of the left toe pick worthy of that for it to say on the throw sal?
Also, twist was good.
But you can just about hear them saying twist was good.
Weight is really good.
Yeah.
Just you need to finish, you definition need to be correct. Right on the count and rotate. So you have to feel.
Can be a lot higher, the twist.
Yeah.
I think you just need to finish.
Yeah, yeah.
So interesting, wonderful that we're able to hear what happens in the kiss and cry. Lewis just saying that he thinks the twist can be even higher. Just needing to finish the push.
You make the judges thinking.
Yeah. They're thinking about the last lift. Was it intentional or?
Yeah, it was a plan.
Lewis just hoping that the judges deemed the mistake on the final lift to be intentional. Coach saying it was planned. Not
Yeah,
sure that they're going to have the good fortune of the judges thinking that though.
Do it with my knee because it is so deep in the knee.
Confirmation there that
I know we need to
Yeah.
work on it.
But why you don't put back inside?
the knee injury part of the problem there.
We can also do that.
Yeah, because like it's too high. Like if it's base, you like if it's base.
Yeah.
Because like your head it's like barely go down below your knee. So thinking about like maybe back inside.
Just interesting to hear analysis of the back death spiral, choosing to do a back outside death spiral. The coach working with him here suggesting rightly so that it'll just be a base element, perhaps best to do forward inside.
They cut a lot.
Lower base value but a higher chance of them getting a bigger level as they achieve an 85.47, total of 137.54 for the Germans.
Could be, yeah.
But our opportunity to hear what is said in the Kiss and Cry showcase is lots of information that will propel them forward as the season progresses. And now to the first of the 3 Canadian pair teams competing. And wonderful to hear the support given to them. Kelly Ann, Lorraine and Lucas Etier. Skating to You Don't Own Me, an independent mind. Two double axles interspersed with a single axle in between.
I'm not just
Little mistake for Kellyanne.
you don't own me. Don't say I can't go with other boys. And don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to say. Please, when I go out with you, don't put me on display, 'cause you don't own me. Don't try and change me in any way. You don't own me. Don't tie me down, 'cause I'll never stay.
Good result for them on the side-by-side triple saltos.
Tell you what to say. Don't tell you what to do. So just let me be myself. That's all I ask of you. I'm young and I love to be young.
hand down and a touch of the free foot on the throw loop.
My life the way that I love and saying do whatever I please.
Oh, what a shame. It could have been so special with the music, but a fall on the Triple Sacco.
Tell me what to say and please whenever I'm with you, don't put me on this way. I don't tell you what to say. I know tell you what to do. So just let me be myself. That's all I'm asking you. I'm young and I'm free, yes, to live my life the way that I want and do and say whatever I please.
Kellyanne Loreen and Lucas Etier, just between them deciding their analysis of their free skate at the Skate Canada International 2023. Not everything they would have hoped for, but enough positives to be gained for the pair team. It won't be as high as their Neville Horn Trophy outing on the Challenger Series. And we see them compete again at the NHK Trophy at the end of the Grand Prix Series. And a team that has been together since a relatively young age, winning the Novice Nationals. Hoping to go on to follow in the footsteps of some amazing Canadian pair teams over the past few decades. As they head towards their coach, Stéphanie Valois. Level 2 for triple twist. Here the double axels, quick bar apart on entry. Single axle to recover before attempting the second axle. And unfortunately, Kellyanne just having to step out. So the difficult variation for the women, a feature on the left, and here the loop. Small mistakes there, but big cost implications on the grade of execution as we see the change of position within the lifts. And the lift's the most solid of all the elements, I think. Unfortunate to have had this fall. It was phrased perfectly with the music, but just not able to cushion the landing and the knee bend.
Don't say I can't go with other boys.
He said after their short program that they've been working on their performance skills, and that evident here. Coach Stephanie was part of a peer project development for the International Skating Union in Italy last year, and the ISU so keen to push and promote this amazing discipline.
The scores, please. Kellyanne Loreen and Lucas Etier from Canada have earned in the free program
So Kellyanne looks satisfied with 110.98 in the free skate.
is 168.9.
And given that they're just 0.03 of a point behind the team above them, they wait to see if that will be enough to scale up from the 7th place after the short program.
Please welcome the next skaters.
Veuillez accueillir les prochains patineurs.
Representing the Netherlands, Daria Danilova.
And now to
and Michelle
Daria
Siva.
Danilova and Michaela Shiba. Since last year, they've been training in the Netherlands, and they are delighted to be able to train at home in an amazing environment and circumstances. Hoping now to be able to improve upon the season's best of 106 that they achieved at the Lombardia Trophy in Bergamo.
So easy to be loved, so hard to love.
Perfect the timing for the twist to start. Just a double salto for Michael. Oh, nice. Difficult entry. Quality throw on the loop. Accelerating out with good speed. Ah. And you can see a catalogue of different errors within the second side-by-side jumping pass. Rotation. On the throw triple flip for Daria. scrambling to hit the finish position on time with the music. As you see Michiel's reaction to the performance, Daria
From
just
the Netherlands, Daria Danilova and
a
Michelle
conversation
Siva.
happening between the team as they take their bow and curtsy towards the audience. Choosing to use the brilliant music, The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, and they explained to me that it's a faster tempo than most use. Convention is that the pair teams will use something slower for the free skate. And the story here is that they act like they don't like each other, but deep inside there's a love for one another, allowing them to work together to their dream. That's the story behind the concept for their free skate. And in this case, the dream is to be a clean skate. And that elusive clean skate, a dream that continues for Daria Danilova and Michela Shiva as the season continues, taking respect in a bow towards their coaches.
So hard to love.
Level 3 assigned, the split cleanly achieved. Good clear catch with the opening twist lift. And you can see from Michael the replay connected to the music, using the same kind of entry hop into the first of the two throws, the loop. Gorgeous landing position. And you can see here maintaining speed and flow, which will have pushed that grade of execution higher. Slipping on the double axel on the first for Michael. Turning out for Daria on the second. And then a single axel to finish. The one arm handhold of the man in the lift there, demonstrating the strength required for the pairs men. The two-footed landing though on the thrown triple flip. Back inside death spiral. It's the number of full revolutions of the women when both partners are in their low position that so dictate the level. Level 3 for their back inside death spiral. And here, rushing to find the button of the music to conclude the program.
Boss on, Chubby.
So now they await the fate of the judges. The component scores close in comparison to Kelly Ann Lorena, Lucas Etier, the Canadian team who lead the field. Both teams in the mid-sixes out of 10. And obviously they were so close, the Canadians, after the short program. Just 300ths of a point separate them. And unfortunately for Daria and Michael, not enough for them to stay above the Canadians. However, it is narrowly a season's best.
Their total competition score is 165.0.
And I think although mistakes made,
in second place.
behind the mistakes are improvements from last season, and hopefully as the season progresses they'll be able to make big strides in the scores.
Please welcome the next skaters.
Veuillez accueillir les prochains patineurs.
Representing Canada, Brooke McIntosh and Benjamin.
And now to the next Canadian team, Brooke McIntosh and Benjamin Mimar. They were a little disappointed with the score, which I can understand. They had a solid short program, but they were happy with their skate. And that is indeed what matters more, hoping they're happy with their free skate after the next 4 minutes.
Pourquoi je ris, pourquoi je pleure. Voici le SOS d'un terrien en détresse. J'ai jamais eu les pieds sur terre. J'aimerais mieux être un oiseau. Je suis mal dans ma peau. Je voudrais voir le monde à l'envers. Si jamais c'était plus beau.
Oh, difficult fall for Benjamin on the triple toe.
D'en haut, au grand
recovering with the side-by-side triple sacos, just a fingertip touchdown for Benjamin.
Partirai mon numéro. J'ai mal dans ma peau. J'ai pas envie d'être en haut, d'être au boulot de dos.
On to Brooke, sticking the landing of the throw triple lutz. Best throw we've seen of the event so far. Brooks having a solid performance. That throw triple loop coming out with a good grade of execution based on that quality landing.
Pourquoi je meurs? Pourquoi je ris? Pourquoi je pleure? Je crois capter des ondes venues d'un autre monde. Je suis mal dans ma peau. J'aimerais être un oiseau. Je suis mal dans ma
That a feature spinning with women airborne on one foot to conclude the pair spin. And the program for Brooke McIntosh and Benjamin Mimar. And a hug to celebrate the end of their Skate Canada 2023. They were bronze medalists at the NHK Trophy in Sapporo last year, but just off the podium at Skate Canada in Mississauga 12 months ago. And that, I'm sure, will have shaped the disappointment that they had after the short program when they find themselves in this bottom group. Fascinating that Brooke is the daughter of Jill Horsted, a former competitive swimmer who competed for Canada at the '84 Summer Olympics, and a younger sister, also a competitive swimmer, part of the Canadian team for the 2020 Summer Olympics. And yet Brooke has blazed her own trail in this winter sport, representing Canada on the elite international stage. As we look at the opening twist, struggling through, losing a point at least in the grade of execution from that catch. Here, if you see, for Benjamin, just two-footing the landing and then a complicated, kind of messy fall for him. Recovering with the sacco, just the hand down. And that fingertip touch, enough for the judges to force that element into the minus grade of execution. Good rotation, excess rotation on that one arm. Push the level higher. Good on the triple lutz. An amazing catch. Look at the quality of this. Just showcasing the mesmeric superhuman skills of the pair skaters. Tight ankles in the air. lots of flow on the landing of the triple loop. So they need 108.3 to lead.
I'm minus on first three. Two set of glass for the south.
I think so, yeah.
So minus on the first three, and maybe last lift was shaky on the exit. And
I kept turning though.
my stand niveau third that spiral.
The scores.
Interesting
Brooke McIntosh
to hear coach's analysis of the creative execution on the elements. 106.17, a season's best for the team.
Their total competition score is 166.0. They are currently
But I'm sure for them to find themselves beneath the other Canadian team, will it be disappointing?
166. Rocky Benjamin sont actuellement en deuxième
As
place.
coach Andrew Evans analyzes what will happen for the team moving forward as they return to their training for the latter half of this season. Great to see close competition, and it's competition that fuels progress and improvement. And that rounds out the first group in the pairs free skate. And now the medal contenders get ready to take to the ice and be introduced to the skating fans here.
from Hungary, Maria Pavlova and Alexei Savchenko. From Australia, Anastasia Golubeva and Hector Giannopoulos. From Italy, Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Guarizzi. From Canada, Diana Stellano Gudek and Maximo Deschamps. Skaters at 6 minutes 41.
Rousing cheer for the Canadians, Stellato Dudek and Deschamps, as the four teams hurriedly prepare to warm up for the free skate, with Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko opening this group. They explained that they know they can do better. They had some mistakes in the steps and the side-by-side spin in their short program.
They are current national champions. Both students, Maria loves to cook and play with
Yes, I think their first senior Grand Prix.
football and
Comically, Alexei explained to me that skating in Canada, his dream is to be a Lululemon ambassador. I think that's something that most of the skaters desperate to be. So we see Anastasia Golubeva, world junior silver medalist, along with her partner Hector Giannopoulos Moore.
to watch movies while Hector enjoys playing the guitar. They are currently in third
And Hector explaining after this short program that when he stepped onto the ice, he thought finally it's a great step up from the Junior Grand Prix to a Senior Grand Prix, and how very exciting that is. Great to hear that articulated by the skaters.
They started skating together in 2022.
Now to Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Gariz.
Matteo previously competed in roller pair skating and won the world title in
Matteo
2008
has a CV and resume that
in 2010.
is lengthy, long, and impressive,
Before teaming up with
but choosing to enter into a new venture with Lucrezia just together since 2022.
second from Italy, Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Guarizzi.
There, Diana Stellato Dudek, the Canadian champion. It was fascinating to see as she warms up with triple toe, her reaction to the skate in the short program, and Maxime recognizing with comedy her disappointment, a testament to how high achieving she is. Her triple loop throw was the fourth best throw in the short program, and I think that's the reason she appears so despondent. They lead with 72.25. The Canadians saying it's new for them to be expected to win an event, but if you want to do good, you have to know how to deal with the pressure. And I think they cope with the pressure well. Not the optimal throw jump, but otherwise pretty strong outing on their first event on the Grand Prix. Diana and Max competing in their home Grand Prix, and then again they'll be competing in 2 weeks' time at the Cup of China. Whereas Anastasia and Hector on your screen now have some respite from this event before they return to the Grand Prix Series and compete in the NHK Trophy in Osaka, Japan, which is in 4 weeks' time. The Australian team kept the short program, choosing to have a new free skate. They have success with that throw triple Sacco. Lucrezia and Matteo into the music from Cats. Matteo picking the free skate music, and they knew it would be somewhat of a risky option because it divides opinion. Some skating fans, they love the soundtrack to Cats, some not so much. But the judges can't dictate their program component scores based on their liking or dislike of the music, but more how they interpret it.
Skaters, there is 1 minute remaining in this warm-up.
Il reste 1 minute à la période d'échauffement.
Just split double twist as the warm-up concludes for Diana and Max. Skate to the music interview with a vampire. Diana interviewed, saying about the story of the interview with the vampire too. Love story. Lots of intricate emotion. How they will intersperse their pairs elements with that level of performance will be enhanced by the fact that they spend 4 hours per week working with a theatre coach, and that
Skaters,
such
the
a huge
warm-up time has ended. Please
showcase of their
La période d'échauffement
passionate
est
desire
terminée.
to be the best in the world, adding that level of commitment to nudge their presentation score up.
Please welcome the next competitors.
Veuillez accueillir les prochains patineurs.
Representing Hungary, Maria Pavlova and
So the
Anastasia Chenko.
first team to skate after the warm-up, the Hungarians Maria Pavlova and Alexei Svachenko. Skating to the music, My Perception of Love. confident and comfortable in the triple twist lift. An impressive 2 on triple toe, double axel sequence.
You are the light, the world, and the stars upon everything else. And the night,
All green lights and the grades of execution for the first 3 elements for the Hungarian team.
the sunrise, you're the sunshine that falls down on us. Who you are.
Really impressive start. Triple salto, back pivot, spread eagle transition.
Whatever you do, like the sky, high above, you're everything, my perception of love.
Legs on to the landing of the throw triple loop.
Steady burst of snow is burning my hands. I'm frozen to the bones. I am needing miles from home. I'm walking away. I can't remind your eyes, your face.
You can see this team struggling to fit in the content. You're pushing to the barriers of the rink and the transitions as well as the exits of the elements. See this connection and commitment between them. But are they satisfied? Not sure 100% for Maria Pavlova and Alexei Spachenko. And every one of the 11 elements coming in with a positive grade of execution, delivering on the technical element score.
From Hungary, Maria Pavlova.
No real surprise, they were 5th at European, 7th at the World Championships a few months ago. And amazing, particularly given the fact that they're together just over 1 season, 1 year. Amazing to see Maria's reaction. Alexei looking understandably exhausted. Maria just assessing the scenes here, perhaps relishing the chance that they're competing on this big stage at Skate Canada. Their first Grand Prix assignment together. Triple twist coming in at level 4. So the twist at level 4 has a base value of 6 points, and they've added over a point to that in the grade of execution. Triple toes, maintaining flow with the speed into the double axel, and with the double axel that came after that too. A little far apart, but otherwise impressive. As too is the relaxed look upon the face of Maria Pavlova through the triple flip throw. They come into this event with 3 international competitions already this season. And that perhaps the reason that the experience helped her to cling on to that landing of the throw triple loop.
The stars upon everything.
They find themselves just 0.58 of a point behind the Australian team, who are in 3rd place after the short program. And this performance, I think, will apply some significant pressure to Oyubeva and Giotopoulos more, as we see Dimitri Savin in the kiss and cry again. I think he's responsible for helping support many of the pair teams.
Sangena.
Ksyusha.
And now moving forward beyond this, the team's focus, I'm sure, will be on those program component scores, the skating skills. That said, the speed was impressive, and the, as I touched upon, struggled to fit all of the elements into the program on the size of this ice surface. It'll be the components that they need to improve to move up in the world standings, given the 125.56 points achieved in the free skate here. That would have won the free skate at Skate America last week. This Skate Canada competition demonstrating, I think, a stronger field. But they lead by almost 20 points at this stage, and they wait to see if that will be enough to achieve a medal in Vancouver.
Please welcome the next skaters. Veuillez accueillir les prochains patineurs. Representing Australia.
So will the 2-time World Junior silver medalists have been able to quiet the sound of the scores achieved by the Hungarian team? They'd expressed the challenges that they'd faced during the off-season with the illnesses and injuries, but they overrode those setbacks with a solid short program. They skate to the music of the Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
Non, c'est ma femme, enfin, c'est surtout pour le gosse.
So difficult. Triple toe, double toe for Anastasia. Just struggling a little bit. Takes the landing of the throw triple salto. It's just a little off axis, stepping out again on the throw or the side by side triple salto. complex transitions and holds within choreography of this. Wonderful execution. Off the loop. The final element, the choreo sequence, matched up in difficulty to the transitions throughout, choosing to do really complex transitions over and above the Call of Duty to beat those who have competed already. How much will the components help them to override the mistakes made on the technical elements?
From Australia, Anastasia Golubina and Hector Georgopoulos Moore.
Their short program, I think choreographed by Jonathan Guerrero, listed on their International Skating Union biography, and he too, perhaps behind the choreography of this, their new free skate. The music, umbrellas, Cherbourg, something that Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer used, and you see so many ice dance influences within this too. A team with huge potential, and great to see Hector just taking the moment to savor the audience. Looking chivalrous as he guides Anastasia off the ice. A level 2 twist for the Australians, with not the greatest comfort comparative to a level 4 for the Hungarians who preceded them. This triple toe, wonderful. Second triple toe forces the hand down, and Hector unable to add the double toe at the end, so that obviously lowering the value of that element. A smile to greet the landing of the throw triple salto. Mistakes on the second side-by-side element. Be costly. Oh, she fought hard. A step out on the throw triple loop. So mistakes on both side-by-side jumping passes and on the second throw make it difficult for the Australians to stay ahead of the Hungarian team that came before them. But I think the program is great. This glorious transitional content, the depth of edge on that left forward outside edge, and the position for Anastasia. Nice to see the compassion between them. And the hug shared in the kiss and cry. And as they said after the short program, they seem to really relish this Senior Grand Prix. 116.81.
Their total competition score is 179.
And their international season for 2023-2024 is underway with the talented 17-year-old and 21-year-old. Although a medal less likely now, their talent undoubted.
Please welcome the next skaters.
Veuillez accueillir les prochains patineurs.
Representing Italy, Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Guarizzi.
Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Guarizzi, 16 years of age separate these two Italians. But despite being at different points in their life path, they are united by a mutual goal, I am sure, to take one of the two spots for Italian pairs teams at the World Championships towards the end of the season. They skate to the music from Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats.
McCavity's a mystery cat. He's called the Hidden Paw, for he's the master criminal who can't defy the law. He's the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. And when they reach the scene of crime, McCavity's not there. McCavity, there's no one like McCavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakey stare. But when they reach the scene of crime, McCavity's not there.
Costly mistakes on the side-by-side jumps.
Crimes discovered, bang.
McCavity's not there. I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again.
Well done, Lucrezia on the throw triple loop.
Sunlight through the trees in summer, endless masquerading, like the flowers the dawn keeps breaking, the memory is fading. Touch me, it's so easy to leave me alone with the memory of my gaze in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is.
Ah, she does well again on the second throw, that time the triple Sacco. And he sends the components are really valuable now, depicting the colour for the Italians of the medal. Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Gariz from Italy. So much admiration for the connection between the two. As I said before they started, big age gap, but united by the desire to compete successfully. This her first Grand Prix. She has struggled with the jet lag, trying to sleep well, but couldn't sleep because probably so excited to be here in Vancouver at Skate Canada. Fascinatingly, Lucrezia tried pairs at 12 years old but had an accident and broke her knee falling from a lift. And after the recovery from that, she focused on her single skating. Now preferring pair skating, getting the chance to share everything and support one another. It shows how two humans can be united by a mutual shared goal, and I'm sure that will be largely the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. And I'm sure also an ISU Championship medal, because Matteo's successes haven't sought him a World Championship medal as yet. And they said after the short program their goal is to score 70 plus points in the short and 130 plus in the long. Citing that they have the potential to score over 200 points in it. I'm sure they do. That's not going to happen though in Vancouver today, as we look to the back three-turn Mohawk entry into the Salcos, and it's a double for Lucrezia, triple for Matteo. They need 121.96 to attain at least a silver. Those were good. 113.79 to push the Australians off the podium. The lift, effortless in the execution, pushing higher grade of execution than that of the other teams. You can see effortless rotation from Matteo on ice coverage. So it looks like their skating skills, presentation and composition highest, as Luca D'Amate joins them in the kiss and cry. But the technical element score mistakes see them third on the free skate.
Their total competition score is 180.
But second overall. And they've just realized that they are Grand Prix medalists. And how wonderful to see at 35 years old, with all the experience that he has, that Matteo Gariz is delighted in this new partnership to have a Grand Prix medal. Congratulations to Luca and the team as we move ahead now to the home favorites, Diana Stellato Dudek and Maxime Deschamps. Just a fascinating couple who have been, well, Diana, very vocal about the aspirations that they have. And the leaders after the short program assume their start position to the music Interview with a Vampire. They've cited the need for speed to be improved to compete with the Japanese world champions. That's evident heading into the first side-by-side. Triple toe, single axle, double axle. two-footed on the landing of the triple salto for Diana. Get the commitment to the expression from her in the lift.
Have you said your goodbyes to the light?
Landing. A very rare and difficult forward outside death spiral.
Now look with your vampire eyes.
Sako. The landing of the throw that she wanted in the short program. Just amazing. So much adrenaline. Whoa. Diana Stellato to deck inspires me, scares me a little bit there. She is fierce. They've been so vocal about what they've worked on in the off-season. They've not been shy about talking about what they want to improve upon to be competitive. They're not scared to admit that they want to be the best in the world. They've acknowledged the differences between them and the world champions Miura and Kihara. And that program showcased everything that they said that they'd worked upon in the summer, delivered under the pressure of competition. They're not used to being favorites to win events, but that pressure has propelled them to a brilliant, brilliant performance. And I don't want to reference the age of 40-year-old Diana Stellato Dudek in some regard, but it has to be acknowledged because she is utterly inspiring. I've seen so much about the gymnast Oksana Chusovitina, who has done 8 Olympics and continues to compete. But as we look at the opening level 4 triple twist, the difference for me is that Diana Stellato had such a long extended break away from elite competition. Triple toes, single axel to steady themselves and regroup and recalibrate for the double axel. Diana had a break from competition for, I think, 16 years. Did she 2-foot the salto? Yes, not the only mistake. But yet, whilst the gymnast has competed in 8 games, Diana is improving sizably and significantly and getting better and better and better. And what an inspiration that is to others who go by the expected paradigm that figure skaters deteriorate with age. And I referenced both yesterday and today about the work they do with the theatre coach. The expression throughout the performance as their coach, Jose Picard, cheers them on ringside, was so evident in every lift. Look at the fingertip extension. As the audience rise to their feet. Diana Stellato Dudek and Maxime Deschamps have a personal best achieved this year of 131. That's about to be smashed.
Diana Stellato Dudek and Maxime Deschamps.
And rightly so. And that shows what happens when you work as incredibly hard as they have. 142.39, 214 total. They rise to take applause from a delighted home crowd. Inspiring and exciting scenes in Vancouver. And I think their coach very moved too. What a wonderful way to end the pairs competition. A 30-point lead for the Canadians. The two Canadian winners in Skate Canada, Fabregas Paul Poirier in the dance event, Stellato Dudek and Deschamps in the pair competition. Hungarian silver for Pavlova and Sviatchenko. And you saw the delight for Beccari and Gariza, the Italians, sailing the bronze. Well, as Nam Nguyen and Patrick Chan entertain the audience here, we can look forward to the final event of the day, the men's free skate. As the merchandise thrown to the audience. Nam Nguyen, Canadian skating star himself, now retired, wearing hockey skates to entertain those here. Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Gariza. I don't think they believe they've done enough to maintain a medal position. And although they dropped from second after the short program, they look quite ecstatic in the kiss and cry to have achieved their first Grand Prix medal as a team in her first ever Grand Prix. And it was the Hungarians Maria Pavlova and Alexis Sviatchenko who jumped from fourth after the short program to second overall. I need to check the stats and the history reels to see when or if a Hungarian team has won a silver on the Grand Prix before, or how long that may have been since that achievement was made. And that deserved, given the clean skate that they issued. The win was comfortable for Stellato Dudek and Maxime Deschamps with a score that, I think, 142 points with the score of the winning free skate at the World Championships in Saitama. So at this point in the season, to achieve a score like that sends a very strong signal as to how much improvement has been made by the Canadian champions. Brilliant scenes in Vancouver at the Thunderbird Sports Centre. So congratulations to the medalists. Ice Street Surfers time now, but make sure to return for the final event, the men's free skate, coming up next.